All right, everyone, here we go with the Friday reading. I love the Friday reading. Here, it's just a look at what they're thinking and feeling. That's it. With everything that's been going on, Venus now retrograde in Leo, all of it is here. One card for each sign. I have not shuffled yet. Let's give it a shuffle. We don't always do a pre-shuffle on this one. We don't clarify. One card for each sign, what they're thinking and feeling. Again, you're all part of a cycle, so pay attention to everything that falls on the table. I'm just splitting the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces. It's a general reading, may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. I would say for most of you, about 9 out of the 12 that fall on the table should resonate in some way. You know, that's pretty much the way it is. Usually 2 positions that indicate you guys, something along those lines where it talks about your side of the cycle. So we'll see. Let's see where we go. Let's give the deck a shuffle. Let's do it. Let's do it. It's a fairly, I will tell you, it's a fairly mellow energy. It's very stable. It's the King of Pentacles, the overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table. It is a very stable energy for reasons that I've talked about in recent readings. No doubt. Underneath that is 2 cups. Look, stable, balanced. It's a very stable energy. I think this is the environmental energy, the overall energy of the cycle right now. I think a lot of things are starting to make sense on both sides. You know, maybe just for different reasons, equal and opposite reaction. But I'm pulling on the incoming energy, and I get a very stable energy, and that's backed up by the card that's fueling it, which is, you don't get a lot more balance than this. I mean, I almost would have expected a Justice card underneath there. Let's see. The reading's on the flip. Our story starts with Aries. It's position 1. It ends with, well, it won't end with Pisces if I don't move that. It ends with Pisces, position 12. All right? Think of it as the numbers. I'm not your astrologer. All right? The signs, well, everyone loves them here on YouTube, so I use them. But it's just 12 pieces of a cycle. All right, here we go. Aries, position 1. Wheel of Fortune. That shouldn't be a surprise. I just got done saying it was stable. Yeah, something's about to change here for everybody. For everybody, things are changing. And as I said, I think I said it in the title for the Venus retrograde reading, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. I said the changes that are happening around us are glaringly obvious for both sides. And again, I get a real stable energy here. What the hell? This could, what are they thinking and feeling? Something different than they have before. They might be seeing this from a new perspective. They might see how the connection benefits them and where they went wrong and running from it. That's possible. Let's get more information. Position 2, Taurus. Yeah, Knight of Swords. And that is, I talked about this, it's very rare that this energy comes up. This energy of the Knight of Swords is, I talked about it in the Cure for Cancer I did, I think, a couple of days back. It's an energy that represents change. When this messenger rolls into town, everything's changing. He could be saying the red coats are coming, or the British are coming, like old Paul Revere, or he could be saying, shit man, they launched the missiles, everything's going to change, everything's going to hell, there's a sunstorm coming that's going to wipe out everything. Whatever it is, it's a message of change. Somebody here is taking action on their new perspective, on whatever the changes are that are happening. It's really wild. What are they thinking and feeling? Well, I think they all have something to say. And I think there's the bravery here to say it because the ego is dulled, like I talked about in Venus retrograde. The emotions are flowing, and when the emotions are louder than the ego, there is some bravery. That's where you get the confidence to walk up to somebody and just take your shot, right? You know, whether it's a job that you're going for that you might be out of your depth, who knows? Or a person you want to ask out, whatever it is. This is really good to see that the ego energy is low on this one here. I like to see that because on the Taurus angle, there's a lot of ego involved with that person, mostly due to some past issues that they haven't dealt with. I get that a lot on that angle. What's going on with position 3, Gemini? The World. Jesus. Most powerful card I can pull. I always say that. Very auspicious. Arguably the most auspicious card in the tarot. Somebody is seeing their environment, which keeps them trapped, in a new light. So by default, they're seeing you in a new light. Okay? I wish I could clarify that. That's all I can say. We'll see in tomorrow's reading, the weekly reading, I pull what actions they're likely to take. We do this again and we clarify. We'll see. But that's very encouraging. Again, very auspicious. Means really good. All right. Cancer, the hot spot of the... I like that. I like that. I wish I could clarify that, but we'll get more information as we go. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. It bookends the Wheel of Fortune. Can't be half bad. 9 of Swords. Yeah, 9s are the end in tarot. It is that kind of energy, but I'm mostly just drawn to the girl sitting up there, you know, waking up in the middle of the night. Oh my God, oh my God. There's a whole lot of oh my God energy here. There's a whole lot of what have I done? And again, somebody wants to turn this around. So what are they thinking and feeling about you? For everybody, especially because this came out in the Cancer position, which is always an all signs position because it's the theme energy of the cycle that you're all in. There's their picture. I snuck in their bedroom and snuck a picture, right? That's what they're thinking and feeling about you. Oh God, what the fuck have I done, right? There's a lot of loneliness to this card, but it's their own damn fault, kind of a thing. Okay. Leo, the Leo soap opera. It's going to be a hell of an August reading for Leo, especially because it's Leo season most of the month, and Lionsgate this year is on fire. It's a whole pride of lions. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, Ace of Swords. Some truths are hitting this person hard. They've got something they'd like to say to you. How do I phrase it? This ties with this energy a little bit. I'm just going to tell you that. Okay, this card is feedbacking off this, and by default that and that a little bit. The world isn't playing here for whatever reason with this energy. Whatever the case, it's kind of an energy of they see you or feel you as moving on. So because of that, they're becoming very obsessed about saying something. Okay, about making some changes, about doing something. Again, there's a lot of anxiety here, and this energy always reflects a lot of anxiety. Okay, all right. Whether you've moved on or not makes no difference. Let them see you as that. That'll bring them right to you, so it's all right. Sometimes the 5D manipulates the 3D quite easily. Virgo, sometimes this is you guys. Sometimes it's an incoming energy, but this is generally, if it is for you, I'm talking to everybody. The Four of Pentacles. There's somebody around you that's holding back their feelings. Holding back. There is some fear here a little bit. It is a miserly energy a little bit. It's almost like somebody who's afraid if they tell you how they feel, it'll be over. This can be sometimes a soulmate that you have, a soul connection that's a friend, right? Who, if they tell you that, hey, I want to bang you, it gets weird and then you don't see each other anymore, so they'd rather just keep their mouths shut and hang out with you, that kind of thing. It is very strong. It could be the runner, it could be another soulmate attached. We have a lot of new soulmates that are going to start rolling in big time. As part of why I said Lionsgate is a whole pride of lions, okay? Yeah, okay. I guess I can kind of relate to this energy a little bit because everything feels like it's changing. The energy itself might feel a little weird, especially if people don't know about it. You don't know about the changes happening, but you should be able to see the changes in the 3D. It should be glaringly obvious, like I said. But for them, yeah, a little holding back here. Libra, 7 Cups. Confusion. Somebody's confused. I don't know what it means per se. Everything is just bouncing my eyes. The energy is all bouncing back to this 9 of Swords, that picture I took, right? The confusion here is whether there's even a shot at this, whether they even have a shot at you. It's all fairy illusion in their head, right? But sometimes if we run through things too much, we generate an energy of confusion, and they're kind of doing that to themselves. It also here in a second layer of energy, somebody attached to you might feel like you have too many other options, okay? And, you know, they're just a face in the crowd kind of a thing. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, you know, but that's their perception. It's just generating a lot of confusion right now. It just is. All right, hot Scorpio. Knight of Pentacles. It's a slow energy. It's, what is that? I'm making those noises not because I have to take a piss. I do, but not because I have to. It's this, how do I phrase it? Somebody's just sitting there. But it's mostly your energy attached to this. Something's about to happen. All you have to do is nothing. You just keep going about your business. Okay, so whatever this is, it's tough to explain. It actually does show up. Okay? I think for a lot of you, it's a new soulmate that's been on a slow approach. I really do. And it's a very powerful connection. It really is. Okay? It can be also, there's another layer of energy. Energy's always in layers. There's another layer. It's very minor. It might just be for a few of you. A lot of times this knight in some decks is shown standing over a map and making out drawing out the route and all of that. Somebody's making a plan, possibly, to come towards you, and they will. This card is a real yes card because it's very reliable energy. He or she does show up. All right. Wow, that's weird. It's very weird. It's another one I wish I could clarify. These two I wish I could clarify. I don't clarify in the Friday reading. I'm not going to break that rule. We'll see what happens in tomorrow's weekly reading when we ask what actions they're likely to take. It should be interesting. Remember this reading, all right, because I'll probably forget it. Although I might take a screen grab of this one. But I'll forget to do that, and then I know I won't. Anyway, Sagittarius, Page of Swords. You have an energy attached to you. I don't always like to say this is spying energy because my biggest card of spying is actually the Page of Pentacles. But this is a spying energy attached to this. And spying energy could be somebody thinking about you, somebody looking at your picture, somebody daydreaming about you, or somebody spying your social media. All I'm going to say on this, there's multiple energies attached to this. There has to be. Otherwise, you're dealing with a person with a split personality. There's no other way to describe this other than you've got fans that you don't know about. All right? Fans are great. You know, ask any celebrity. They'll tell you. Fans are terrific. But among fans, there's always a couple of kooks that you got to be careful of. Again, ask any celebrity. They'll tell you. So there's a lot of energies attached to this, and there's a lot of different personalities and different things. You just being watched. That's what somebody's thinking. They're definitely thinking and feeling you on a high level. But I use the phrase over here, face in the crowd. Yeah, they feel like a face in the crowd a little bit. All right, but I think they're going to come forward. We'll see. We'll see what happens in the weekly for sure, but in the monthly for you as well. We'll see. But I think that energy comes forward. Capricorn, the Hierophant. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It is directly tied to the world. In fact, it's the only card really so far that's been feedbacking off the world rather than this Nine of Swords. In this energy, some sort of something massively spiritual is about to happen. Either you're going to have a moment that just blows your fucking mind on blows your spiritual mind, or somebody else is having a spiritual awakening and you're a big part of it. One or the other, somebody is really feeling you big time in this current energy. And I think it has a lot to do with the ego energies being dulled. Should result in something very, very lasting, a long-lasting change. So it's very good. Could happen on both sides too. Both sides could have a spiritual awakening of some kind. Generally, when I see this with the world, it's one of those things where something happens. You see something during the day, just as an example, right? You see something during the day and it changes you, right? It changes you. All right, that kind of thing. Okay. It could be you might see something bad. Keep that in mind, but at the end of the day, it definitely changes. I think it's attached to both sides. Aquarius, the Hermit. This is your inner wisdom. All of you. I think this applies to all of you. You guys are about to get a lot wiser. I've been getting this wisdom energy off the Hermit a lot lately. Usually it's just my soul card, per se. This is something is awakening in you right now. Something some serious shit. I mean, some wicked 11th dimension shit is coming. You're going to be getting information, okay? And I'm talking to you. I'm not talking about, sometimes I said there's usually a couple of positions that pertain to you, okay? In these because we're splitting a cycle up, and on some angles of the cycle, the DF side, for example, is heavier in the energy than the DM side. And in other angles, it's more the DM side that's heavier. This is one of those angles where the DF side a lot of times is heavier. You're going to be getting some information. I think it's, 5D kind of, 11th dimension fucking crazy shit. But you're going to be getting some information. That wisdom, that information you get, make sure you share it. Okay? Make sure you share it with yourself first and share it with the outside world, because it can change a lot of lives, and it can also bring you a lot of great prosperity. All right? So it helps you on many fronts. So pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to how the energy around you talks to you. Pay attention to what other people say to you, especially random people for no reason who walk up and say something to you. Pay attention. All right? Okay. Pisces. That's wild. That's another one I wish I could clarify. But anyway, we'll get there. Pisces. Position 12. It's red always with position 1, the Wheel of Fortune. And you're always tied, welded to the Leo position, the Ace of Swords. What do we get here? Chariot. Again, I get an energy coming towards you. I get someone who's got something to fucking say to you. What are they thinking and feeling about you? They are determined to either, I could interpret this energy as they're determined to get you back. That's possible, I know, but that's kind of, I'm not exactly the amazing Kreskin there, because we're talking about runners here. But it really is there. There's a reconciliation energy attached to this. There's anxiety attached to this. There's messages attached to this. There's some sort of, someone's life has been turned upside down because of their feelings for you, and they're determined to come talk to you about that. And I think it might surprise you. I don't have an indicator card of that, but I think it might. This energy kind of surprised me a little bit. I was not expecting a Chariot here. I wasn't. I was expecting Pisces to get another one of its 5s. You get 5 of Pentacles a lot, 5 of Swords a lot, and things like that, especially where attached to a runner. Not this. This is straight up. This is very, very good. All right, let's have the universe add all this up. Let's talk to the witches. Let's do it. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card. Add all this up. Where's the soulmate cycle at right now? With all surrounding energies. Where's it at? What does all this mean? I'm going to try and just pull it on the runner. But it's pretty hard because this is pretty strong. It's pretty strong right there. I know that's for all of you. I do. Definitely. And you're all, and don't say, well, it's not happening to me, Steve. That kind of thing. Well, don't be like that. Right? It could be future influence for you. You're all moving at different speeds on your timelines. All right? All right. You got mile markers on the freeway, right? We're all going down the road. You got mile markers on the freeway. Mile marker 50 is there for everybody. Some people are going faster and straighter. They didn't take any detours, make any wrong turns with their free will, and then they get to it faster. But eventually, when you drive by it, it's the same mile marker that somebody else drove by before you. Same thing. You're all moving at different speeds on your timeline. That's just a homespun way of explaining it. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Give me 3 cards and a bottom card. Add all this up. It's going to make the weekly reading pretty interesting. I'll tell you what. Tomorrow's weekly reading is what? I guess it's the 23rd through what? The 29th? Jesus. Holy crap. And I'm in the coming week, I'm going to be doing your monthly readings for August, by the way. So sit tight for that. Let's see. Let's see where we go. 3 cards and a bottom card added up. Yeah, I told you. I told you. Rewind. I said it. I said this applies to everybody's person, everybody's fucking person. That I snuck in. I took that picture. There's the picture there. It's kind of the same thing here, except there's more of a Victorian pajama look here. 9 swords is the environmental energy around. Yeah, this permeates. It's everything. Everybody's person is just, they all got something to say. They're all realizing some things. Their ego's shut down. The emotions are flowing. You want proof of emotions are flowing? Fine. 6 cups fueling that. Yeah, it's all coming in. It's crystal clear because the ego volume is turned down. That ego is what, like I said, watch the Venus retrograde reading. I explained it pretty good there. Let's go. 3 cards. Yeah, the Queen of Wands, center card. Hierophant, crossed by that. Well, I'll get there in a minute with that last card, and we'll talk about the Queen of Wands. But 9 swords crossing the Hierophant with 6 cups fueling it. They're all, I can feel it. I can feel the emotions coming through. There are some serious spiritual changes happening here. It's a meeting with the Pope. It's a come to Jesus, whatever it is. 9s are the end in tarot. I don't think this is enough to stop anybody, but it certainly is causing them some anxiety. It's a whole lot of, oh crap, what the hell did I do? Right? It's a bit of confessional here, kind of, right? With the Pope here. Sometimes this is called the Pope in some decks. What's going on with the Queen of Wands? What's read with it before I talk about its strength? Yeah. Yep. I said it earlier. This is an attraction energy. It's not the fakey McFakerman aspect. And I said it earlier. I said, rewind, I did, when the ego is turned down and the emotions are allowed to flow, with it comes some confidence. The universe is pretty clear here that everybody's person is feeling them, for sure. And it's causing them a lot of anxiety. It is, absolutely. But mostly it's a whole lot of woe is me, what the hell did I do? But the attraction is strong. The energy is allowing for it. And there's a lot of strength. The heart chakra is open with that ego shutdown. It really is. So the message is getting through, for sure. There's no doubt. There's a lot of love here. I don't have a Queen of Cups on the table or anything like that. And I have a lot of attraction. I have a lot of urge to say something. I have a lot of change happening. Change creates anxiety for pretty much everybody. People don't like change. They don't like to admit they're wrong, right? They don't like change. And it's gotten worse over the years in the soulmate cycle, which is a reflection of societal energies. It's gotten worse. People not wanting to change. So at the end of the day here, it creates anxiety because they're feeling it. And there's feeling that change energies, and they're seeing changes happen around them. They're getting a new perspective on their lives and how they've been living their lives and who they've been living their lives with. The good news is the heart chakra is open, and they do, under this energy, at least temporarily, at least between now and maybe late September, they have the ability, the courage to do something about it, to do something about something that they're extremely attracted to. All right? And that is your reading. Underneath that, there's a lot of healing energy underneath all of it. Underneath all of it is a lot of healing with that Four of Swords. Yep. And part of the anxiety in another layer of energy, by the way, with that Four of Swords is, oh God, what did I do? Well, it's more like what they didn't do. They didn't do anything. They just sat there. They ran from you, had the feelings, and then sat there and did nothing. Duh. The net result is that. But the spiritual lessons are coming fast with the emotions flowing the way they are. So it should be an interesting weekly reading tomorrow when we see what actions they're likely to take. With that ego dulled, all bets are off. We should start seeing a lot of communication cards and things like that. I would guess anyway. All right. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.